Hi guys, it's Ray here from City Fan TV. The biggest story right now is whether Lionel Messi is coming to Manchester City or not. But what I want to do today is tell you 5 reasons why Manchester City want to buy Lionel Messi. Okay? First reason number 1. He is, for me, by far the best player in the world. Even at 33 years old. People have said he's 33 years old, he's on the decline, he's past it. Let's go for some younger players. Look at his stats. 33-year-old Lionel Messi scored 31 goals last season in 44 games. Okay, that's the first time actually in 10 years that he's not scored more than 40 goals in a season. 10 consecutive seasons. I think he's got the fewest goals he's got in that time is 41 in one season. In one season he got 73. A few seasons he's got over 50. He's a phenomenal talent, and he's still, for me, the best player in the world. Now those 31 goals he scored, I think that's a crazy amount anyway for anybody. But if you look a little bit deeper, you delve a little bit deeper into his stats, okay, he got a goal and an assist, either a goal or an assist, every 62 minutes, if my numbers are right. Every 62 minutes. That's phenomenal. You look at someone like KDB, Kevin De Bruyne, the best player in the Premier League and one of the best players in the world. He got a goal or an assist every 85 minutes. That's a massive difference. Massive difference. Lionel Messi is getting a goal and assist almost 1.5 per game. That's a phenomenal level of achievement. You can turn around and say, you might think there are other players better than him, but look, he's the best player, in my opinion, that there's ever been. And that's the reason number 1 why City would want someone like that, the best player in the world. He's going to put out numbers that are crazy. He's done it in Spain for so long. He'll do it in the Premier League as well. There's no doubt in my mind about that. Reason number 2, I think he will unlock defences, and he's also a clinical finisher. Okay, now what do I mean by unlocking defences? One big problem City have, we've had it for a number of seasons, is breaking down a defensive minded team. Someone's got the low block or parking the bus. Sometimes you've got a team with 5 or even 6 men across the back line, no one up front, and they might be playing a 5-4-1. I've seen teams play something like a 6-3-1 against City. It's crazy, and it's very difficult to break down such teams. We try the intricate passes, the tiki-taka football, tippy-tappy stuff, a lot of intricate passes, trying to get around the back, trying to get on the inside. It's very, very difficult when there's such little space to play with. It's very, very difficult to achieve. Okay, Messi, what is he going to bring to you? He's going to bring such a level of ability to dribble past players. Now we've seen in that our City side, I don't think we've really got anybody who can consistently, you feel, can dribble past 3 or 4 players and create a great scoring chance for a teammate or to score himself. Look at Raheem Sterling last season. He took on very few people. He relies purely on his pace, and he was struggling last season for me to do that. Riyad Mahrez, he relies a bit more on trickery, but he doesn't do it often enough, consistent enough. And who else is there? Aguero still does it occasionally, but he's slowing down and he's not doing it the same way he did a few years ago. Who else is going to do it? KDB? No, he just drives past people. So there's nobody who's got that speed of thought, speed of foot. Yeah, he's got fast feet to get in between defenders and take 2 or 3, 4 men on, and be clinical with his finishing. You can go through the history of Messi goals. He scored what, 600-700 goals in his career, and you can see the clinical finishing and that dribbling. And he's, as I said, he's got those fast feet, and he will score goals. Whereas one of our issues, people always focus on our defence, but I would say focus on our attack as well. We're having great opportunities and we're not scoring from enough of our great opportunities. Someone like Lionel Messi up front, I think he'll create a stack load of opportunities for our other attackers, and he'll score a bundle full of goals. And also, don't forget his free kicks. He's fantastic at free kicks, and I said this at the time of the Lyon game. KDB, I think, had 4 free kicks where he had direct shots, and 3 of them, I don't think the goalkeeper even had to dive. One of them, he had to dive a little bit, but it was a comfortable save. And it's not, would Messi have scored any goals? It's how many? 4 chances. How many do you think Messi would have scored? 1, 2? It makes a huge difference having someone with that level of ability breaking down defences, taking free kicks, creating chances. He is second to none for me in the whole wide world. Okay. Reason number 3, he's got that mentality on the big stage. Okay. One of the problems City have, especially in Europe, losing someone like Vincent Kompany, even when we had Vincent Kompany, we were making mistakes mentality wise. Pep was making mistakes and the team were making mistakes. They're under pressure. Messi, for me, big game player. 6 Ballon d'Ors. You can't even count them on one hand. 6 Ballon d'Ors. Was it 3 Champions Leagues? You know, he's got awesome record. He's got that mentality. He does it on the big stage. You can see how many times he's done it against Real Madrid. After they've been kicking him up in the air, he still turns it on against them. Look how many times he's turned it on in Champions League finals. He's a phenomenal player, and he's been dragging Barcelona, kicking and screaming the last few seasons. You know, the rest of the team just aren't in his stratosphere. He's an amazing player, and the mentality he has, I think that's something City need. We've seen we fail mentality wise in those big games. There's something wrong with us, and I think Messi will help the other players to feel more confident and to feel more calm and relaxed in those big game situations when it really matters. I think Messi is the kind of guy who will step up and he will deliver. Not every time, but a lot more than I think we're getting from the current City crop of players. Even the big players we've seen make mistakes, like KDB, like Raheem Sterling, like Aymeric Laporte. People do make mistakes, and I just think Messi will help with the mentality of the club, not just the individual players, but the whole club will get a massive boost from having somebody like Lionel Messi in that team. Reason number 4, money. Okay, Messi is going to cost us a lot of money if we have to pay a huge transfer fee, and especially if we have to pay huge wages as well. But you've got to look at what money it brings in to Manchester City. Okay, this is an important point as well. We're not just a sporting project, it is a business, it is an investment. Okay, now if you look at when Cristiano Ronaldo went from Real Madrid to Juventus, the numbers I was hearing was somewhere in the region of around 50 million euros or 50 million pounds extra income just in the first season from having Ronaldo at Juventus. It's going to come from sponsorships, maybe more shirt sales, and even though most of the money doesn't go to the club, there's other ticket sales and everything that people want to go to watch him play. Messi, I think that takes it to another level totally. You know, I read a stat somewhere that the number of social media interactions on Twitter, for instance, when Ronaldo left was about 800,000, and that was in 2 years. Messi got something like 10 million in 12 hours when he said he was going to leave Barcelona. Oh, the numbers were phenomenal. I might not have got them right, but they were phenomenal. We're talking Messi in the many millions, Cristiano in the hundreds of thousands. Look at the difference, and that's in 2 years for Ronaldo and 12 hours for Messi. It's a totally different level. The income that I could expect Messi to bring into City, the shirt sales, most of the money will go to Pumas. Forget about that. Merchandise and stuff like that. You know, unless you've done a deal like Liverpool, where you, after a certain point, you get a bigger percentage of the income on merchandise, shirt sales, etc. The money's going to the sponsors, okay, the kit manufacturers. But I think City will negotiate deals with all our sponsors to get some more money out of them, partly to pay for Messi's wages and the transfer fee, etc. But also that will bring in new sponsors as well. And some of our existing sponsors, they want a piece of Messi. Can you imagine someone like Next Ties and Nissan, who I think are paying, let's say, somewhere in the region of 10 million quid a season to City for sponsorship at the moment. Can you imagine what they might want to pay if Messi was here? I think some of these sponsors might go to, you know, I'm not talking just 1 or 2 million extra. I'm talking 5 or 10 million pounds extra per season. I can really honestly see that, because if you go to your sponsor and say, look, you can have 5 adverts with Messi for your brand, it'll cost you 5 million quid. I can see some of them saying, yeah, we want a piece of that. Messi is huge all over the world. He's huge in every continent. Messi is so famous. South America, obviously, Spain, obviously, Asia, Africa, all over the world. If you remember, was that kid from Afghanistan wearing a Messi shirt? It got huge publicity all over the world. That's what Messi brings. He brings you publicity, and he brings you income from sponsors. They all want a piece of Lionel Messi, and I wouldn't be surprised if our income went up by at least £100 million simply by having Lionel Messi at Manchester City. And the fifth and final reason that I'm going to give is all related to that, is that name Messi, the global brand. Now what Messi brings, he's a global brand on his own, okay, but what he's going to do to City, he's going to get us into new territories or increase our reach, okay. Now you might not like this if you're a football purist from the old school. You want to see football and that's all you're interested in, but money is important and the global reach is important these days. Now City, are they a big club? You can argue yes, you can argue no, okay, but getting Messi takes us to a whole new level globally. From the Premier League, for instance, the teams that with the biggest global reach are probably Liverpool, Man United, Arsenal, Chelsea, Spurs, and you could argue in times gone by even others. You can see that on things like YouTube. I'll give you an example from YouTube. The biggest City YouTubers, how many subscribers have they got? 40,000, 50,000. That's it. You go to someone like AFTV and Arsenal one, 1.2 million. You go to some Chelsea ones, hundreds of thousands. You've got same with Spurs, same with other clubs, especially around London. West Ham, they got a lot more global following than City, you could argue. But City are making it up, catching up, okay? And getting Messi is going to make us explode in all different territories. I've had so many fans of Messi. They're fans of the brand Messi. Same way we get a lot of Algerian fans for the brand Riyad Mahrez, and they follow us. They followed Leicester before, now they're following City. It's the same. People are saying, I'm going to buy a City shirt because of Lionel Messi. I'm going to start supporting Manchester City if Lionel Messi comes. I've had that dozens of times in the last week alone. So Messi will take us to a whole new, different level of global acknowledgement. And why is that important? Why is it important? It comes back to money. As a local fan, City know local fans are not going to contribute too much more in terms of income to City. The local fans who go to games, look at me for example. Okay, I'll buy a season card. Might cost me £350, £400. I might go to several games in a season at home in the Champions League, in the Carabao Cup, in the FA Cup. Okay, that might give them another £200 or £300 out of my pocket. I might buy, like this season I bought a couple of shirts. Last season I bought I think 3 or 4 maybe even 5 shirts I bought last season, different anniversary shirts and training tops, and I bought 2 goalkeepers tops. I got a home kit and away kit, so I bought a lot of stuff. So I think I bought at least 5 shirts last season. So, but in a normal season I might buy a couple of shirts. I might spend a little bit of money at the ground. What am I going to spend altogether in a season for City? Might spend £700, £800. Okay, other fans spending even less. They might just buy the season ticket and that's it, nothing else. Walk to the ground, don't buy any food, don't buy any drink, don't buy any kits. There's a limited amount of extra money that City can get from local fans and even fans in the UK. Where is the money now? It's abroad. The fans coming from overseas spend a heck of a lot of money. For some of them, it's a once in a lifetime trip to Manchester to see City play. And this global supporter, this global citizen is providing a lot more money than the local guys like me. Remember, if I spend 700 or 800 quid on City, someone coming from the States, for instance, or wherever, they might be involved in a package deal where the flights are included, the hotels included for a 2 or 3 night stay, and a ticket to a match, and maybe a tour of the stadium, and that might cost them $1,000. I'm just picking a number out there. But the global fans are willing to pay thousands to come and watch Manchester City play, whereas a local fan might be willing to pay 50 or 60 quid. There's the difference. And an overseas fan coming to City, they'll buy merchandise. Okay, City don't get much of that, but it's good for the brand, it's good for the sponsors, it's good for obviously Puma, who are selling, whose name is on all this merchandise. So these global fans bring in a heck of a lot of money, a lot more, as I said, than what the local fans do. And that's where the new money is. The new money is in overseas territories. The new money is in TV rights deals overseas. They've been growing faster than the local national TV rights deals, and selling these package deals. As I said, if you can sell a ticket to a fan for 200 or 300 euros instead of 70 or 80 euros, you can see what City are chasing, and Lionel Messi will bring a lot more interest to City. I spoke to a fan this morning who said, he's in the Far East, he said, I want to come to City, I want to see, he's a City supporter for 9 or 10 years, but he lives far away, but I want to come to City to watch Messi play. You know, fans want to come to City at some point in their lives. It's like a pilgrimage to them to at least make that journey once. But when Messi's here, if you know Messi's going to be here for 2 or 3 seasons, the demand is going to be huge. It's going to be a circus around him, don't get me wrong. You know, there's going to be a lot of distractions. But if Messi can help us on the pitch, skill-wise, mentality-wise, yeah, trophy-wise, if he can help us off the pitch and building our brand even bigger and better and bringing in a lot more income to City, what's not to like about Messi coming to City? Guys, I hope you've enjoyed that 5 reasons why I think City are really interested in signing Lionel Messi. If you're new to our channel, it would be absolutely fantastic if you could subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so you're notified as soon as new videos come out. In just over 14 months, I think it was, we put out 1,000 videos. Okay guys, we're putting out 2 or 3 videos every single day, whether it's if we're allowed to go to games, fan reaction after games, before games, the women's team. We do previews of games with opposition channels. We talk about FFP, we talk about finances, we talk about CAS, we talk about all the things that are associated with Man City. We go to as many games as we physically can, and we report on as many games as we can. Transfer gossip, we're on it. Talking to journalists, we're on it as much as we can, and get an expert opinion, whether it's on finances or whether it's on tactics or whether it's on players that City might be interested in. See you around, Blues.